Already. Yeah.
Hey!
Brother should be pulling up in just a minute.
Alright, for sure.
He had the longest boy, but ever coming from Tyrone, coming from Noonan.
You got to stretch too, all of them stretch out.
Yes.
Ain't nobody took their foot off the gas in Cobb County.
Oh no.
They rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got y'all in the building in the flesh one more time. Yes. Playing. You wouldn't cop that, bro. You wouldn't cop the thing and made it black, huh? I ain't mad. That's history.
It's for sale for real though. You seen it? No.
The real.
AJ White one? Yeah. It's for sale. I seen it for sale on something. Like they're selling, what's up, y'all?
What's up, brother? I'm jiving, man. I'm jiving,
Like they're
man.
selling Suge BMW too. Really? So want him to pop that shot up in. Yeah. That shit goddamn, you can buy that shit.
Well, I ain't fucking with that.
Huh? Oh yeah, let me hit the lock. He said he know where we at. Done, huh?
Wow.
From the advancements, man, this ain't the game for you. If you can't benefit from what technology is advanced, you might want to get into real estate or something.
Even the setup, cause I know, like most albums, like now, you know, you drop singles leading up to the album, and then you drop the album. Like back in the day, you got the whole thing, you know, on one day.
Only thing that I would say about the digital age that plays sometimes as a disadvantage is it forces you to be really deep into the internet and social media, because the difference of independent artists back when we were coming out, you'll press up your 10,000, you can press up 10,000 copies of your album, make $100,000. But with the digital era, 10,000 streams ain't gonna get you $1. That's not even $1 worth of money. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a big difference. 10,000 streams, $0. 10,000 pressed up albums of your own out your pocket, 100,000 K. You know what I mean? You cake up like that. That's like how them Texas boys was getting money. You know what I mean? Texas had a lot that they had what Southwest? Who was that one down there to see Southwest?
Oh, you talking
South
about?
by,
No, you talking about a record label.
yeah.
Yeah, it was an independent record label out there.
Suave House.
Yeah, me and Joe Goodie went down there and met with the owner, Robert Gilliman. I was in, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was a big, all them jokers, Flip, all them was using that distributor at that particular time.
They closed a lot of them down.
And shut them down, because it's all about digital now. You ain't got to press nothing up no more.
Right.
So it make it easier, but your money, man, you going to have a billion streams, go get you $1 million.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Billion.
Yeah. Like
He can relate to it, but we can't not yet. We gonna get there. But we got him with us, so we good.
Yeah. What's it like, y'all being back together? You know, like what did it take to get
We
this album
started
done?
yet?
Yeah, we started.
Oh shit.
We on, we live.
What's up, rolling out?
Hey, we ain't doing nothing but talking to some ladies today, man. It's a cover conversation with the great quartet, the infamous, legendary GoodieMob.
Mob.
Goodie MOB, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah. So what did it take for y'all to get back together and, make this thing happen? Quarantine.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, we just took a lot of the conversations we were having on the phone with each other and going through, what we was actually living. And we just took it and just said, yo, let's go in the studio and put it to song. So, first song we finished was Survival Kit, the title of the album. So with that being said, I mean, we just kept going. Because now, I mean, just like Timo say all the time, it's like being at this stage in our career, we actually really know what our audience wants from us. It's not like really a guessing game. You know what I mean? I think our audience been waiting for us to go back in this direction, you know what I mean, for a minute. So, I mean, for us to go back home and do it with home, I think that's why we got such a great project right now.
Okay. Anybody else want to touch on that?
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much said it in a nutshell. Since this was our 25th year anniversary, We just want to have something else new for our fans, and putting out a new album that would be great for our fans to have that. You know what I'm saying? And then we came in. Then the pandemic came around about March, so then we really started concentrating on what we really wanted to do and the things that we wanted to talk about, and plus the climate that we was in, man. We couldn't turn a deaf ear on what everybody else was going through. You feel what I'm saying? So we definitely the quarantine definitely made us lock down and lock in, man, and just really get to work.
So was it survival kit before quarantine, before the pandemic hit? Like, did y'all go into it with that mindset to provide a survival kit for the community, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Yeah, it happened this way, right?
Yeah, it happened that way. I think for us, it's always about essential, necessity, integrity, moral, value, code, honor. You know what I mean? Like, all of those things we consider to be, essential. You know what I mean? And then everyday acquirement. You know what I mean? An attribute. For us as artists and as men. You know what I mean? Like heads of households. So like when Gibb says that, we relayed a lot of what we were talking about. We were checking on each other. How we were doing. On a personal level. You know what I mean? Like where our households, stocked and loaded. Because of course, we had read. Have been privy to the information. But it was quite a shock to the system to have it, become a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like on your watch. You know what I mean? Like, and especially with the odds that we were up against as young black men, man, like, didn't necessarily even know we'd live to see the day. You know what I mean? And so it's a deep sense of appreciation for the music that we've done, for the music that was put into us, if you will. I mean, like some of it, a great deal of it was involuntary, like deliberate and intentional. But the greater part of it is like really, man, like a calling on our lives and our voices, man. It kept us, man, maintained us, man. All of the original members, we're alive. A lot of our homeboys are gone. You feel me? Like, and we always, trudge forward in their memory, but like for our artistic family, man, we are here, and I think we've been kept and maintained, man, because of the music and the energy that we put out into the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's always about surviving, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's about scoring too. You know what I mean? Like, because when we deal with systemic racism and supremacy, then we deal with competition. You know what I'm saying? So, our counterparts don't just merely survive, they score. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. You got something, Timo?
No, he said it.
Yeah, now I was gonna say, because we are dealing with a lot of the same issues. You mentioned systemic oppression and everything. Like, we got a lot of issues that we got to deal with as a community, as a people, as people from Atlanta. When you guys set out to do what you do, to do what you did 25 years ago, did you realize that you were creating a path, for yourselves and for the city of Atlanta from a musical perspective?
What's up, Mo?
Indirect. Well, yeah, we did. We sure did. Because at that particular time, when we first started with the rap group and first started putting music together, Atlanta didn't have a real national voice. We had local artists that sounded great, that we supported and we loved. I love Kilo to this day. I love Raheem the Dream to this day. All of them, Success and Effect, anybody who rep the A, Hard Boys. I listened to them, I supported them. But they didn't have the opportunity to take their music nationally. You know what I mean? Which we had, which was an honor for us. It was great. But yeah, man, when I can remember, like I say, I always tell people my first record me and Khujo ever did, worse than the second verse. I know we were both talking about the A. And I was talking about specifically in my verse, I said, not from Manhattan, because Atlanta's where it's happening. You know what I mean? Because at that time, we had Deion Sanders prime time repping the Falcons team, playing baseball and football, just showing out. The Falcons had a nice squad. The Braves went to the doggone World Series and won it. You know what I mean? We were stepping and beat the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we were trying to do. You know what I mean? We were trying to beat the Yankees. And I never forget that day we beat the Yankees. Tell me why my Lord, had us walking through Manhattan saying, oh! Don't y'all remember that? You remember that? Absolutely. When they won it, we were walking through Times Square, man. It was perfect timing. It was perfect timing.
And that just photo shoot too that day?
We sure were.
Yeah.
We sure were. It was awesome. It was just a great feeling. And not that we hate New York, because we love New York. Without New York, it wouldn't be us. We learned from them. You know what I mean? We spent the culture off of what they began. You know what I mean? But at the same time, recognize what we doing right here. We don't have to say nothing no more. It's being recognized. But at that time, we had to say something.
Sal got something to say.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, not only did we want the, you know, the recognition, it sounds like, you know, but you know, you can't want power without wanting the purpose. You can't want the purpose without wanting the responsibility and the duty. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I just think that we rose to that occasion. So when Mo say we did it intentionally, yeah, and so like, you know, because we wanted the responsibility for it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I felt like we were all each other's accountability partners. Like, man, and I gotta just say, man, how effectively and successfully, man, we straddled the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, just before we decided to commit. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause everybody had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all coming up out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we committed to each other, committed to craft. I mean, like, you know, and it's kept us, man. Like, I gotta say, man, 25 years, man, I look over at the homeboys, I'm just like, damn, man, like, we really did it. We here, man. Like, it's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
How have you overcome your internal, you know, issues and obstacles, you know, over the years?
Learning from the business, learning from each other. I mean, we been through a lot as a crew. You know what I mean? We've been through a lot as a crew, and you know, I think all 4 of us individually, we really stomped down Atlanta. So you know, no matter if we were together or apart, it just seemed like it was always the world against us. So I mean, I just feel like, you know, we always the strongest when we together. And I mean, to do an album and have everybody, Low named us the Magnificent Nine. You know what I mean? So when the Magnificent Nine get together, it seems like we make people happy. And I think as an artist, all you want to do is have your music connect. And I think this time, and I think in this moment, I think we have finally found that right recipe for our fans.
Simple pleasures.
Absolutely.
Well, how we work it out? Oh, you want to know, do we argue and shit like that?
Yeah. I'm sure y'all do. Y'all brothers, right?
Well, we disagree. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we talk. I mean, like, you know, like, man, you know, direct communication is a show of respect. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's like we respect each other enough to be honest with each other about this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And I gotta say, man, like, for 4 very grown men, you know what I'm saying, like, and very different on occasions. It's about this, you know, about different things. You know what I'm saying, like, you know, our disagreements have been really minimal. You know what I'm saying, like, you know, that we fortunate enough for that, because there's motherfuckers that fall out and don't never repair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so like, you know, you bound to, you know, not see some things eye to eye sometime, man. You know, we just different people, human beings, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But like, as far as a common cause and a collective effort, no, we all in with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you talk about soul food, you know, and feeding the community, feeding hip hop, it's ironic to me that, you know, I go back to that album. Like, I used to be, you know, like I went to school here, was at Morehouse in Clark, Atlanta, riding through the streets, you know, dipping through Beautiful and, you know, whatnot, listening to y'all album. Me and my homeboys from Chicago, California. You know, I'm from California, but, you know, my cousins, cats I knew from Atlanta. And just really getting, you know, like in tune with the pulse of Atlanta. And Soul Food was the album that we was listening to, right? So now we have this wave of people in America, you know, across the country, African Americans specifically, that are into plant-based eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys still subscribe to the same ideas in terms of eating habits, and just kind of fortifying the soul that way? I know it's you know, there's something else to it. It's bigger than that. But just in terms of you know, clean mind, clean eating, like, how does that play out for you guys?
I don't know, because they ain't proved to me yet that it's real. They ain't proved to me that by eating clean or whatever they say, it's just another place where they could run society and get money out of you. Now, what if 5 years from now they're going to tell you all this plant-based food didn't have nutrients in it and didn't help you now? So, you know, all I can do is look at our elders and know that our grandparents, some of them lived to be 100 years old.
Facts.
And that was real. That was just real food. Because most of the time, like, I can tell you, my mother, she feel like a lot of the food don't even taste the same. You know, she was like, we used to have fresh eggs. We used to have go to the slaughterhouse and get your meat. You know, he was like, now it's like your meat, shit, it get processed. It take 2 months for it to get to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, you know, like, how healthy is it? You know what I mean? But, I mean, they ain't going to tell you right now because they trying to get your money.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I remember one day, man, I don't know what we was, and, you know, one of our partners came in there with one of them plates, and I was like, how much you pay for that? He was like, almost $100. I was like, for grass?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
It's the same thing with the educational system, man. You're going to pay more to eat healthy, it's just like you're going to pay more to be better educated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if
It's a
it's
taxing zone.
and think about this, if it's all about food, then why buy it from them? You might as well go in your yard and grow.
True.
But that's what we need to get back to.
If you like if you believe in that food is healthier, then you might well go in your back food and grow what you want to eat, because you paying double for getting it from somebody else.
It's real.
Right.
You know, I go get a vegan plate. God damn, that may be $100.
But you gonna leave alone.
And then I was like, man, that thing, you know,
Maybe.
put a little steak on there or something. We gonna pay $100.
So you want me to live longer so you can charge me $100 for longer? But no, you know what? And I think going to the point where we get percentage just about the elders, man, like living longer, man, with their practices. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like, you know, naivety is innocence, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, God protect babies and fools. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Sometimes you be some grown fools just for not knowing about. But I'm saying that to say, you know, a lot of the times, man, you got to really just do what make you happy, man. And all things in moderation, man. If you're deliberately doing something for self-improvement and betterment, I think your body will answer that call. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, no different than how we react to product placement and promotion, man. Like, you know, like you go to Kroger get generic aspirin, but then you'll see Bayer or you see Advil next to it. Bayer and Advil just had a bigger promotional budget. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the same product. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you believe, and you believe it quicker too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, boy, that was a, man, Buddy looked like his headache was over on the Advil. I think I'm going to go with Advil, man. Like, before you know it, the shit worked, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, so, you know, happiness is a tangible thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing that's transferable. You can have it and you can give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a lot of our households, you know, happiness comes from sharing good food. You know what I mean? And so the nostalgia, like even Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of days, man. Hey, man, you know I got part only in a vegan restaurant here in Atlanta, man. Local Greens. I'm gonna do a little shameless plug. Shouts out to Big Zach. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
but
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but with that, you know what I'm saying? You know, we probably gonna have a little cheat day for Thanksgiving, man, because it's the nostalgia, man. Like, you know, we're gonna fry that turkey, that broccoli rice casserole, that yam, that can, that cranberry sauce.
Yes, sir.
Sugar. I'm right there with you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, turkey.
I'm sorry.
My fault. You should have been out there in the yard. You should have ran, man. Should have ran when you seen the butcher man.
Hey, my grandmother said her grandmother used to go grab it, just yank it, toss it, go have a baby, set the table, and everybody eat.
Yeah. I seen it.
Facts.
Yeah, for real. What was the most rewarding aspect of doing this album and coming back together?
The people, for me.
Yeah, me too.
I think, man, to finish the thought, to have a start, and then be men to finish what we started. You know what I mean? So definitely the fans, definitely was a catalyst to it, but definitely having that confidence, man, we can start something and we can finish it, and we can have a finished product for our fans to critique, to constructively critique, or do whatever they want to do. But at least we put forth our best foot, our best effort to do this in the circumstances that we was in.
For sure.
And the other part of it was also for us to be able to stand on something new.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stand on something new. Like just listening to people, they were like, yo, y'all sound like y'all wrote these songs right now. It's like, yeah, all these songs is new. Like, you know, from our flows, from the subject matter. And, you know, like, to be able to have a strong, like Joe said, yeah, we wanted to come together for the people. But at the same time, too, organized noise, being home again gave us so much confidence because we didn't have to worry about the music. We really got to concentrate on what we wanted to say. And that's just to have that during this time, it gave us a extra boost of confidence because we didn't have to worry about nothing but our area.
Y'all always stood for for something in this album. I feel like there's a fight that we're against. Especially with regard to the title "Survival Kid," we have to survive. What are we fighting for now specifically in the community? And what's the biggest challenge we face as African Americans as you see it?
Knowing who
Niggas
we
and
are
black people.
is to know who we are not. Come on, Mo. And that's what I personally think. I think just finding out who we are as a people, and understanding the power of the black dollar, like Jeezy talking about right now, and understanding that the communities that we live in look the way they look because of the way we treat them. Gibbs told them that on still standing. Like now, look at the communities that we living in now, and that we used to consider as being the hood. Gentrification. They coming in, they building, they remodeling, they remodeling the entire, refacing the entire northwest side of Atlanta. They about to have Atlantic Station right down here on Bankhead. They about to have brand new parks and brand new high-rise homes, and all the white folk coming over to the northwest side of Atlanta. I ain't never in my life seen white people walking up and down Simpson Road until now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? I was riding down Simpson Road. I said, oh my God. I mean, over where it's live and direct. I mean, they straight walking down and they just refaced it, man. And it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I feel like in a way it is because they coming in buying these properties, $30,000, $40,000 lots, and they reselling it $500,000 for the property. So who can afford to get in there? You know what I mean? Who can't afford to be in there no more? Us as a people, our people can't. But with artists like Young Jeezy, T.I., Killer Mike, that's coming in the community, that's purchasing properties for real, rebuilding, making affordable living for people, creating businesses that people can go in and spend their money, creating banks where you can put your money and they give you better loans and better rates, and not try to, racial profile you when you walk in here saying, nah, he don't need to have this much money or whatever. That's just the first steps of making real change in the community. Instead of talking the talk, them boys walking the walk right now, and I salute them for it. You know what I mean? We all serving our part in making it right in the community. GoodieMob's way of doing it is through our music. We choose to use our platform to enlighten people, to try to make a change through what the kids are hearing, what people are hearing. Because the more what you hear is going to help to make change in your life through your actions. But if all I hear is bull crap, then that's all that's going to come out of me is bull crap. Not to diss nobody that's out there, but this is what we decided to do with our platform and with our opportunity to put our music out, which is making a statement right now. It's doing really well. People are receiving it well. I was out last night, man. People just talking about the whole. Hey, man, y'all got that new album, man. Y'all killing them. Y'all kept so. That's to me. That's my satisfaction. Knowing that y'all heard, knowing that it's albums on there that you feel like can help change your life or to make you a better person, a better man in the community. Hey, man, my job is done. You know what I mean? The bag will come, the money will come, because the product is there. Good product gonna sell itself.
Yeah. You know. To add on to what Mo was saying, man, I think yeah, maybe one or two of us can. Something like, but we are, striving for collective wealth, commonwealth amongst us all. I'm saying, like, but it just so happens that our culture is consumerism. You know what I mean? Like, and we are a bracket, a cog in the system. You know what I mean? Like, of American economics. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's based and it's contingent upon our impulse buying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So, there's an old saying to say, it ain't tricking when you got it, but shit, it's tricking when you had it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if they get us to be so advantageous, for that impulse buy.
Your influences, and then you start thinking about your mind starts thinking about being a leader and doing those things that the other leaders that's around you can they can absorb that type of characteristics, and guess what? We all leaders now. We all leaders now. We steel sharpen steel, iron sharpen iron. So with me, yeah, I think it high school for me.
Okay. What about as a quartet, as a group? Like, you know, when did you realize that you guys were doing what you were doing, and people were actually following, you know, your movement?
Well, that was it was early. The Outkast album release party, Mumbo Jumbos. And I remember GoodieMob, we had a DAT tape. We got up in there and the DAT cut off. And when the DAT cut off, Lo just said, clap your hands. And then he did it, we did it a cappella. And after that night, I knew that people were really paying attention to us outside of what we did with Outkast.
That happened twice, Giffy. You remember that? Yeah. The Mumbo Jumbos and at the Fox. Y'all remember that? Oh, yeah. The Dat went out on us or whatever happened, man.
Yeah, the Dat went out.
Had to do that thing a cappella.
Yeah.
You know what it was.
You know what, too? Man, I knew that we were going in that direction, you know, when every other week we was getting a call from BET's Teen Summit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did all of the forums. We spoke at Harvard. We spoke at Howard. You know what I'm saying? Man, I said, okay. Yeah. Duke.
Yeah,
We spoke at Duke? Yeah.
Princeton.
We
You name
spoke.
it, we've been there.
We actually went on those like a panel tour.
UCLA.
So people were really calling on us for what our perspective was, to expound upon it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, in song, you mean, like, you can get the gist, but it's paraphrased for the most part. I mean, like, you know, there's much more to know. I mean, like, you know, and to add on. So, you know, I'm glad that we were given that opportunity, man, that we can, you know, listen to ourselves and listen to each other, man, and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I like to learn from these brothers and vice versa. You know, I think there's a sense of pride and self-assurance that we get and reaffirmation with each other. Like, even for them to hear me talk now, they're like, man, little brother still got it. It's still burning in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because we passionate. You know what I'm saying? Like, passionate about people, passionate about our purposes, love, life. Got this one time, you know what I'm saying? This one time to do it, man. Like, this is how I want my story to be written, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so we can be in that number, as they say. You know what I mean? Like, some of it is cliche in the old school, man, but we come from the Old Testament, so it's all right with me. You know what I mean? Like, these new niggas dying before they can even be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, great take time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know, you can emulate, you know, in order to be great, you got to have great taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't recognize what's great about us, man, I don't know, man. Your chances, they slim, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, if y'all emulating each other, man, then y'all ain't going to be alive long enough for either one of y'all to be great. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a message to the young boys, man. Like, you know, we respect soldierism and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But it's about what you're aiming at. You know what I mean? Like, man, aim higher, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, take that gun away from your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? If we could, you know, reform some of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, and refine some of that. Man, sometimes that saddens me, man, because a lot of our soldiers, man, getting cut down in they potential, not even their prime, not even making it to a prime. You know what I mean? And that's just unfortunate, man. I'm just like, damn, like, you know. So I can go into a big conversation about that, but I won't. I won't.
Sure we could. But I know y'all can't wait to get out there and share the album with everybody, man. Bruh, like, it don't stop.
Survival kit, man.
It don't stop.
9, man. All for the almighty GoodieMob, man. The Horsemen. Man, we here, man, representing Atlanta to the fullest, man, to the death, man, like for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we DF, man, produced by the almighty organized noise, man. I mean, we got to give credit where credit is due. We are the almighty Dungeon family, man. Yours truly, the native sons of the city. Please stand up and salute. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
True Atlanta. Everybody was born in the A. Hey.
Hey, before we cut, can I get y'all to we got another section that we're pushing. I'll do a quick video just about breaking down the bars. With Khujo, you were talking about the song that they pulled a post.
Oh.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Break that down.
Man, well, somebody had hit me yesterday, and I think it was on the Instagram, the Explorer part or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I guess they was trying to click on our page or something, and they said that it was blocked or something because the lyrical content was swaying people from voting one way or the other way. So somebody was telling me about that yesterday, and I think they probably lifted it now since the election was over, but I had no idea that was going on.
And you said it was Calm Before the Storm?
That's the only one I could think of, Calm Before the Storm. Because where I said I'm not an elephant or a donkey. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But they was doing our stuff like that. When T-Mo was saying black man, they was bleeping that out.
Right.
I take it as a compliment when we threaten the establishment.
Yeah. Somebody listen.
Absolutely. All right, what are the social media handles?
Give Goodie everything.
You can catch us at IG at GoodieMob, GoodieMob, and you can holler at your boy at KHUJOGOODIE. Man, see.
Yeah, it's your boy T-Mo Goodie. Follow me at tmogoodie.com. Come get your merch. Follow me at T-Mo Goodie on Instagram, T-Mo Goodie on Facebook, T-Mo Goodie on Twitter, and I'm out.
Man, I'm CeeLo Green, everything, and my OnlyFans is Saturday Night Sugar Delight.
Saturday Night Sugar Delight, yeah! That boy on the chain. I love it.
AKA Mr. Low Jangles,
Yes,
man.
Hey, what are the plans for promotion going forward?